In this video, I will explain how the caching works in Next.js 14. I'm talking about the Next.js 14 version. In latest version of Next.js, they have made some changes to the caching. So this video is specifically about Next.js 14. So let's say we have got this endpoint API/docs, and this is the get handler. So if I send a get request to this endpoint, will this code get executed every time? So the answer to this question is yes and no. So in Next.js 14 version, what happens is that the GET requests are cached. What it means is that only at build time this particular code is gonna get executed, and whatever is the response from this API will be stored and it will be sent whenever the request is coming for this particular API. So this particular code will not get executed every time you request this page. But if you want to make this particular handler dynamic, that means every time I send request to this API, this particular code should get executed. Then in Nextjs 14 we have got this export const revalidate is equal to 0. This statement you have to use at the top. So what this particular statement does is that it doesn't cache this endpoint. So every time you send a request, it is gonna execute all these statements. And I'm gonna show you the Chrome console as well. So here we have got this particular endpoint /API/docs. So this particular request was sent before I added that export const revalidate is equal to 0. So in that case, what was happening is that that particular endpoint was getting cached, and you can see from this particular header x cell cache, it says hit. What it means is that the response is being sent from the cache and not that page is not getting executed. That endpoint code is actually not getting executed. So this is one of the best way to find out if the response is cached or not cached. So if it says X cell cache hit, that means the response is coming from cache. If it says miss, that means the response is not cache and it is that particular endpoint got executed on the server and then fresh response was sent. So this was the case of the cache hit. Now I'm gonna show the case of cache miss. So next time what I did is that added that export const revalidate equal to 0, and what it did is that every time I'm sending this request /API/docs, that code is getting executed on the server, and that's why this particular header x cell cache it is set to miss. What it means is that the code is getting executed every time I send this /API/docs request. So that is the significance of this revalidate setting in Next.js. Thanks for watching.